Well, I don't just think it's nice. I think it's actually now critical. I mean, instead of this habit of setting up different identity groups and setting them at war with each other, I think it's quite dangerous. So the government's role is not to divide, it is to unite. People will divide naturally and sometimes healthily, but that's not what the government's role is. It's like multiculturalism. Now, Daniel, meanwhile, the things that are meant to unite us get trashed. It's not just the government. As mentioned earlier today, Woolies is now not going to sell Australia Day merchandise. Is that fair enough?
Well, the issue, Andrew, is Woolworths and other big corporates have form in this area. They supported the divisive voice to Parliament, which was defeated by over 60% of Australians, including 70% of federal Labor electorates, which voted no. And it's, I think, another example of how you've got the big corporates, many in government, including 38 local councils that are canning their citizenship ceremonies, education institutions, and many other civic organisations that are not only staying quiet about Australia Day, but are engaged in a relentless attack against it. Yet we know on the other side of the coin, the overwhelming majority of mainstream Australians support celebrating Australia Day on the 26th of January every year, because they understand that that's the day that modern Australia started, and it was founded on the values of freedom, egalitarianism, democracy and tolerance. These are values that speak to all Australians, regardless of your background or your race or your ancestry and how long you've been on this continent or in this nation. These are enduring human values, and we deserve to have at least one day a year where we can celebrate our nation and to enjoy it. But once again, the big corporates are on the side of the elites and they are against the mainstream, and it's taking them a long time to learn the lesson that Australians have just had a gutful of this division.
Now, Evelyn, people are saying, well, like Woolies, 26th of January, a bit divisive, means different things to different people, too sensitive. But for me, the question now is not just, is January 26th now dead as Australia Day? It's whether there's any day at all that will satisfy these critics and have them celebrate this country. I suspect there isn't.
Absolutely. Look, it was never about changing the day. They just knew if they came at it head on and told us what they really intended to do, which was to cancel the day altogether, nobody would get behind it. Changing the date sounds like a compromise and it sounds like something reasonable. But what it was to them was a halfway house to abolishing it altogether. What they want to do is undo and reverse the last 200 years and the British influence that we've had in our nation. They literally want us to undo history. It's that simple, and it's been that obvious from the beginning. And I guarantee you very soon it's not going to be as subtle as they've tried to do it. They've desensitized us to the idea, and now they're going to try and normalise it.